Hey everyone, my name's Mike. Welcome to my channel, Habitual Finance. I figured my first video, I'll also make it a welcoming video, just to give everyone a little bit of insight on what my future videos are going to be about, what I want to talk about with this channel, with you guys, the kind of community I want to create, the questions I want you guys to ask and answer, and everything like that. So to start off, I want this to be a lot about personal finance, saving up for things, creating emergency funds, investing, job searching, and making large purchases and everything like that. But I also want to tie into that the mindset behind it, because I believe it's very important to not only do those things, but have a mindset that will keep you in that groove. So it's just second nature to save money, invest money, and not feel like it's wrong or you're losing money or you're missing out on something. So with that, I want to talk about things like, start off, I went 4 years of college, went to engineering school. It was a great experience, but I racked up a lot of money in student loans, and I'm not rich. I couldn't pay it off all in one shot, so I had about $65,000 worth of loans, a lot of money to pay off, to pay back. And my last year there, I figured something out. I figured out a job that I got there that I could have done my sophomore year, but hey, at least I did it. It saved me $15,000 that last year in loans that I didn't even have to take out. It was great. And I want to share stuff like that with you guys. So other things like coming out of college, I had a job lined up. So I was all set to go. I graduated, and a week later I started working. And so it was nice. I didn't really have to panic. I felt like some of my friends were panicking. It's also good to take a little bit of a break in between them, which I would also recommend. But I just got that job. They asked me to come in then, and I just said yes. So I want to talk about things like that, interviewing, even on your first interview, your first job offer, talking about negotiating. It's important. There's so many things I've learned already that are like, even when you just have, like, when your experience is just internships, not even internships, just college background. You can negotiate that early. It's crazy. And I wish I knew that earlier. Other things like the work-life balance at work itself, and negotiating a raise after a while. If you feel like you're working hard, you're putting a lot of effort into your work and you're doing well, you feel like you deserve a raise, there's nothing wrong with going in your boss's office, sitting him or her down for a meeting and asking for it. I've read a lot of very interesting books on negotiation and dealing with people and all this kind of stuff, and just what I've learned in general from working in the industry, working full time with tons and tons of people. It's great knowledge. All stuff I wish I knew earlier, but that's how you learn, and that's why I want to make this channel, so I can share with you guys everything I've learned, so you can kickstart your careers, your lives, whatever you want, earlier, quicker. Some other things I want to talk about would be large purchases. I purchased a brand new car when I started my full-time job, because I'm like, oh, I'm making some real money now, so I could do this. And yeah, I could do it, but it's not smart. I would never ever recommend it to anyone. Not a new car. So I'll talk to you all about that now. Not now. I'll talk to you guys about that as well. Other things I want to talk about. My fiance and I, we just purchased this home that I'm in now. I want to talk to you about all those costs that are behind the scenes that no one tells you about. No one told me about, that's for sure. We tried to save for 20% down to avoid the PMI. It was only like $50 a month extra until you hit that 22%. But we still wanted to avoid it. We didn't. We hit 15%, which is still great. But once we learned about all those hidden fees that the mortgage company hits you with, and lawyers and real estate agents, it's interesting stuff. Stuff you wouldn't. At least I didn't realize, and I'd love to share with you guys so you know for yourselves. It's not just about saving up for a down payment and making sure that you have enough money to pay the bills those coming months. You don't want to drain your entire savings. That's never a good idea. And also make sure that you can pay those fees that are just totally unexpected and random. Um, some other things I want to talk about are getting more into the mindset of investing and saving every day. Get to the point where you just know that you have enough when it comes to things, to everyday things like if you shop a lot or something like that. You walk by a store and you see that they've got a sale going on, for some pants, some new jeans, and you're just like, oh, I could use some new jeans. No, you look in your closet, maybe you have 5, 10 pairs of jeans already. You don't need any new jeans. You're fine. You learn things like that, or you just aren't habitually spending. With me, I love drinking tea. I'm not a coffee person, but I love drinking tea. I don't go to Starbucks or anything like that every morning, and I just make my own. It's so much cheaper. You save so much more when it comes to eating food. My fiance and I, we cook almost every single night, and if not, we have leftovers, or we'll crock pot it, or anything like that. We don't eat out very often at all, especially when you see the price of groceries versus restaurant. You're just like, oh my God, I'm paying that much of a markup. So this is the kind of mindset I want to help you guys realize, to help you just second nature save, it's going to help you out in the long run, because you can build up an emergency fund. You're not gonna have to worry. Like, I feel like I'm sure it's some high percentage of Americans, but if they're in a house and their roof is leaking or their hot water heater breaks and they're in panic mode, they didn't have money to save. They didn't save anything. So if you've got, my fiance and I, we have our emergency fund. It's almost fully funded. We're looking at like a $10,000 to $12,000 to fund that, and then we just leave it. It's in a high yield savings account, something I'm also going to talk to you guys about, and why that's important to me. So you have that as a backup. You have other savings funds. We both invest in 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, stuff like that to increase our equity over time. We both agree that we want to retire early. If that's something that interests you, that's something else we'll be talking about on this channel. That interests me vastly. I do not want to be like, oh, you just keep saving your 401k. By the time you're 70, you'll have $4 million and you don't have to worry. Okay, that's great, but I'm not going to have this kind of energy when I'm 70 years old. I want to go travel. I want to, go here, go there. I'm not going to have that kind of energy. Maybe I will, but there's a higher chance that I won't. So retiring early is great. Like, something else I love talking about, and that's going to be a huge topic on here. Other things I like to talk about: business, starting with side gigs, side hustles, from your 9 to 5. Maybe you don't enjoy your 9 to 5. Maybe you're like me and you get sick of the office life. I love what I do, but sitting in an office all day is just not. I just feel like I could do something so much more useful with my time. So there's some other topics I want to talk about on here. How to start a side gigs. I'll talk about a couple of my side gigs I want to talk about. Maybe they'll interest you, or maybe it'll motivate you to become your own business owner one day. Other things that I want to talk about, back to mindset. I get up every morning early, do my workout, do meditation if I have some time, drink my tea, make a thermos for myself, and I'm ready to go. I go to work in the morning, and I've set myself up for a good day. And if there's days where I miss a workout, I don't do intense workouts every day. I just do a workout, and you see the results, and it makes you feel good, and you're just ready to go in the day. You've got a clear head. You know what you're doing. You get your work done quick. And if you've got other things, other side hustles or other things you want to do later in the day, you're clear. You're ready to go for them too. It's like life-changing. It's crazy how well. I want to talk about things like that too. So as you can see, I can go on probably forever. I don't want this video to be too long though. Those are a few of the topics I'm going to be talking about here on this channel. Again, just to recap, a lot of personal finance, saving, investing, side hustles, and most importantly, tying a mindset into that, how to create that mindset so it's like second nature to you every day. Well, thank you guys. I'll be posting videos at least once a week. Continuing, each video is going to be more in-depth. It's going to actually have a topic, and I'll be explaining things more in depth, giving my examples, real life examples of all these different, topics that I'm talking about. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below, leave a like. I would love to hear from you guys. Any comments you have, comment them down below. I would love to answer all of them. Send me over an email if you don't want to comment. And thanks. Appreciate it. See you guys next time.